It's time for IU to move beyond coal, because for a university of this prestige and of this caliber, one that's home to some of the world's greatest thinkers, to be using a resource from the 19th century, one that is incredibly destructive environmentally, financially, and socially, is no longer acceptable.
There are a ton of externalities that are not factored into the cost of coal when people buy it, and these are stuff like land disturbance and health concerns, mercury emissions, climate change emissions.
Bear Run Mine is the largest surface coal mine in the eastern United States, and it is being operated under minimum regulations, which is putting communities at risk of severe water and air pollution.
Okay, so all the solid waste that comes from coal combustion goes in these big pits called slurry ponds. These contain a whole lot of chemicals, and it's really high concentrations of a ton of toxins, including at least 19 carcinogens. And these pits are normally unlined and unmonitored, which makes it really easy for all the toxins to get into local groundwater and local waterways.
All of Indiana's waterways are contaminated with mercury, and coal plant pollution is the #1 source of mercury contamination. So those are the kind of concerns that are things that are going to be real challenges for our generation especially, and things that will be challenges during the lifetime of everyone else that's here now.
So the burning of coal is harmful to the environment, but also to our health. And during the actual burning process, there are a lot of chemicals that are released, and those pollute our air and our water systems. Then we in turn come in contact to those. They cause asthma and other respiratory problems, cancers, and then there's a lot of mercury that's released, and then those cause a lot of neurological problems and mental retardation and just really bad health problems that we don't want.
Yeah, we know plenty about the dangers of coal when it's being emitted and all of the carcinogens that it releases, but there's also dangers less people know about that are involved in transport. That before it's even burnt, we bring it here by truck and by train. A lot of coal dust and particulate matter just flies off, and people can breathe that in. That's an issue. There's also, we had a train accident last summer in Bloomington, and that caused $2 million in damage. So there's a lot of issues involved like that.
Our generation, the millennial generation, is coming to adulthood, coming into our own during a time when we're seeing the crisis of climate change sort of in its infancy, and we know that as we get older, we have to deal with those problems. We're the ones that have to clean up the messes.
Also, since we receive coal deliveries every few days during the winter months, if there's a storm or like we've had ice storms pretty frequently, then our coal supply can get interrupted, and we only have a very limited supply of oil that we can run on if we don't have coal brought here. So that can be an issue if we run out of water heating or heating during the winter. That could be a major concern and have a huge effect on campus.
So this March, members of Coal for IU went down to West Virginia, and we stayed on a tract of land on Caford Mountain, which Caford Mountain, we were on about a 50-acre area of forested land, but we were surrounded by about 7,500 acres of destroyed mountain range that had been destroyed via mountaintop removal mining, part of the process of getting coal in West Virginia. And so the coal that they were getting from this mining site some of it is specifically purchased by Duke Energy and is used here at Indiana University to generate our electricity needs. So here at IU, we as students and the administration at IU are implicated in the destruction of West Virginia's land.
We want IU to make good decisions about their finances, but also about socially responsible decisions.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what is the
So
replacement
for the coal
for?
plant, for the on-campus coal plant, some good replacements would be things like efficiency projects and geothermal.
How about if we stopped using coal completely? How would we replace it?
The solar panels on the roof of the IMU save the university countless pounds of coal every year. And the more coal that we save, the healthier local residents will be. These panels are obtained through funding, through a grant, and that just goes to show that there's plenty of resources out there for us to implement more eco-friendly energy sources.
With the size and expansion and scale of our campus, it's really important that we acknowledge that there are some serious issues with being powered completely by coal. It's unethical, and the true cost comes in the form of people's lives.
IU shouldn't be contributing to those. In fact, it's home to and has the ability to build the leaders of tomorrow that will solve these problems and will really step up in this challenge. So it's really time for IU to move beyond coal and to embrace clean energy solutions of the future.